In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 WNBA games happening on May 16, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 WNBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Minnesota Lynx versus Dallas Wings. The Minnesota Lynx head down to Texas on Friday to kick off the 2025 WNBA regular season against the Dallas Wings. Last season, the Lynx made a deep playoff push but came up just short in the finals against the New York Liberty. Dallas, on the other hand, struggled through the year, finishing with only 9 wins and missing out on postseason action. This year, Minnesota comes in as one of the top contenders to win it all, sitting right behind the Liberty in terms of championship odds. The Lynx return all 5 starters from last season and are led by one of the league's best in Napisa Collier. That kind of roster continuity gives them a big edge in a season opener, especially against a Dallas team that's still trying to figure things out. The Wings only have 3 players back from last year and will need time to gel with a bunch of new faces. Eric Ogunboyle and rookie Paige Beckers might generate some highlights, but Minnesota's depth and experience should keep them in control most of the way. Even on the road, the Lynx are the more stable and dangerous team. Minnesota finished last season strong, winning 8 of their final 10 games, and they looked sharp on both ends of the floor. They're great at defending the paint and cleaning up on the glass, which should make life tough for Dallas, especially when it comes to second chance points. On top of that, Dallas had turnover issues last year, and Minnesota's active defense could easily create problems again here. The atmosphere at College Park Center will be electric, especially with the excitement around Becker's debut and the potential of this new-look Dallas squad. That said, the Lynx will be without Kayla McBride, which definitely hurts and makes them a little more vulnerable. Still, Minnesota has the upper hand in both talent and coaching. They felt shortchanged by how last season ended, and this should be a statement game. If they're serious about getting back to the finals, they can't afford to drop games like this. Even missing a key piece, Minnesota should still take care of business. Last season, Minnesota was dangerous in transition, and Dallas's sloppy ball handling could lead to easy fast break points for the Lynx again. Both squads were also near the top of the league in offensive rebounding, so expect a lot of second chance opportunities on both sides. Minnesota consistently got to the free throw line and wasn't shy about letting it fly from deep. If Dallas wants to stay in it, they'll have to bring that same offensive firepower. The Lynx like to push the pace, with Collier leading the charge, and they averaged 82 points per game last year. Dallas ran an up-tempo system too, putting up 84 points per game. Recent history backs up the idea of a high-scoring matchup. 7 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams went over the total. Expect a fast pace and a lot of points on the board. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Atlanta Dream versus Washington Mystics. The 2025 WNBA season tips off Friday night as the Atlanta Dream hit the road to face the Washington Mystics at Care First Arena. Atlanta ended last year 4th in the Eastern Conference with a 15-25 record and got bounced by the New York Liberty in the first round. Washington wasn't far behind, going 14-26 and finishing 9th, just missing the playoffs. The Dream come in as favorites, and that makes sense. They've got more experience, more talent, and higher expectations. The Mystics, on the other hand, are younger, banged up, and starting fresh with a new coach. But this is still a season opener, and the number feels a bit inflated. Both teams are under new leadership and integrating new key players. It may take a few games for things to click. Last year, betting on the Mystics as big underdogs was free money. They've covered 20 of their last 28 games when catching 5 or more points, and in 7 of those, they won outright. Odds makers tend to sleep on this squad. Sure, they're young, but there's real upside here. A few players on this roster can make noise. Atlanta's not head and shoulders better than Washington, not on paper anyway. This doesn't mean the Mystics are a lock to win straight up, but they've got enough to hang around. And with the spread where it is, that's all we're asking them to do. The Mystics also had a solid against the spread record last season and should be able to keep cashing tickets even as a young group develops. As our fifth pick for this matchup, the Washington Mystics to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The total opened at 153.5 but has jumped nearly 4 points. That's probably because people expect New Mystics coach Carl Smesko to crank up the tempo. But let's pump the brakes. This dream team isn't going to be at full throttle yet. Preseason was short, and it'll take time to fine-tune a fast-paced system. Meanwhile, Washington was dead last in scoring last year, and the offense still looks like a work in progress. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Sparks versus Golden State Valkyries. The WNBA season tips off Friday night in Northern California, where the Golden State Valkyries make their league debut at home against the Los Angeles Sparks. The Valkyries are the league's newest team, while the Sparks come in trying to bounce back from a rough 2023 campaign where they had the worst record in the league. Los Angeles is aiming for a fresh start after last season's struggles, and Golden State comes in with a clean slate and not much pressure. Sparks coach Curt Miller has a history of leaning into the three-point game, and that philosophy could fit well with a backcourt led by Lexi Brown and Kia Jackson, both of whom averaged more than 13 points a game last season. On the Valkyries side, Julie Vanloo is the only player on the roster with starting experience from last year, but interestingly, she hasn't started in either preseason game so far. These two teams actually met in a preseason matchup about 10 days ago at Chase Center. Los Angeles held a 14-point lead at halftime, but ended up just barely escaping with an 83-82 win. The Sparks shot 41.4% from the field and hit 8 of 29 from deep. The Valkyries were right there with them, shooting 42.4% overall and going 6 for 28 from 3. It was a back and forth game that gave us a decent first look at both squads. I think we're in for another close one to open the season. The Sparks look a little deeper on paper, but it's early and these rosters are still figuring each other out. Golden State might not have the firepower, but they've got some vets and home court energy. I don't see them winning, but they'll keep it close enough to cover the spread in their first official game. As our first pick for this matchup, the Golden State Valkyries to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Last year, the Sparks played fast, 5th in the league in pace with just over 79 possessions per 40 minutes, and they'll try to push the tempo again this season. The Valkyries are new, but they've got the legs to keep up and won't be afraid to run either. Los Angeles defense was a weak spot in 2023, and they still don't look like a team built to clamp down. I don't expect a clean or efficient game, but I do expect both teams to find scoring opportunities in transition. They combined for 165 points and took 51 free throws in that preseason clash, and that's with neither team shooting particularly well. Golden State will want to run because they're not as polished in the half court. The Sparks have the athletes to keep pace and will try to take advantage in the open floor. Even if the shooting numbers are shaky, the tempo should be enough to push the total over. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.